Get up here.
Where'd everybody go?
So to those of you who have been here before, you have the honor of witnessing the last meeting that Dawn DeResta will attend after 33 years of service. She's decided to go to greener pastures.
Warmer temperatures.
Warmer temperatures, absolutely.
Thank you.
34 years, huh?
33 or 4?
Wow. Oh my gosh.
32, but who's counting? You're counting the other side of the equation. How long can you be?
Patrick?
Okay.
Good afternoon. This is the December 17, 2025, 2 p.m. hearing. Mr. Chairman, do you have any opening remarks?
Other than Dawn DeResta's retirement? Yes, I do. I mean, for those of you who have not appeared before, I'm going to abbreviate it. We'll start calling the calendar, and if there are any adjournments, we call those cases first. Once we get through that, we'll call the regular calendar. The manner in which we hold the hearings are as follows. The applicant presents their case. If there are any people who are here in opposition, they'll be given the opportunity to voice their concerns. And finally, we will have the applicant sum up. The proceedings are videotaped. They're archived. We do have a court reporter here. We would ask that if you're going to speak, don't speak over each other. Speak slowly, not too slowly, and clearly, so that everything gets in the record that has to be in the record. With respect to evidence, the strict rules of evidence are not being followed here. This is not a court of law. It's an administrative body, and we're very liberal in terms of what we will accept as evidence, all right? However, once we close the hearing, we will not allow any additional evidence to be presented. I believe that covers most of it. Patrick?
Mr. Chairman, we have a few adjournments for this afternoon.
Thank
First,
God. No,
first we'll be calling
I didn't
case.
say that. Did I say that?
We have adjournment for case 63925 Levittown, Penrad Automotive Industries Incorporated, George Sarkis, also known as 158 Gardner's Avenue.
You screwed up. Should I say that?
Richard M. Bavone, 308 Meadow Avenue, East Meadow.
Do you think I should?
I don't see why not.
Who dropped the ball on this one, Mr. Bavone?
I'll just sit down.
Okay.
This is a request for an adjournment for the subject location, 158 Gardner's Avenue, which is Kinetic Body Art Gallery. The sign company was paid via Venmo by the owner, and they paid a company in Arizona. So there was no way they were coming here to do the signs. It took about 2 weeks for them to correct the payment issues. So we had missed the posting of the signs.
That'll teach him.
Anytime that you want to put it back on the calendar.
Patrick?
February 4th at 2 p.m.
It's fine. Do I need to send out new notices other than the patch on the sign?
No new notice. You did the mailing correct?
Mailing
was correct. And this,
Is there anyone
when was the sign put up?
We have to patch the sign.
You had to patch the sign with the new hearing date. Was the sign ever put up during that?
I think the first time
So we never had the sign affidavit, right?
I have to check.
Okay. So the sign would have to be put up.
We don't need to, right?
Was it by the 15th? By January 15th.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Same to you.
Happy New Year.
Happy.
We have one more adjournment request, Mr. Chairman. Case is 64025 Uniondale Michael A. Cardinale Jr. and Edward LaGuardia, as well as case 64125 Uniondale Michael A. Cardinale Jr. and Edward LaGuardia, also known as 252 Maple Avenue. Sir, your name and address for the record.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Joshua Brookstein from San Ward Braff Kashigiano, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Uniondale, New York. We are asking for an adjournment. We have retained an appraiser who unfortunately is unable to attend today. We have done the mailing. I do have the green cards, which I will hand up. And I respectfully request an adjournment to February 25th or whatever's convenient for the board.
You get all that, Debbie?
Patrick, is
Uh,
that date available?
February 25th at 2 p.m. works.
Okay.
Is there anyone here on that? Anyone else?
Anyone in opposition? No, nobody's done it. 2 p.m.
Thank you very much.
See you then. Thank you.
Well, that covers both of those.
Yep.
Just one more thing, the sign that's at the property, just patch it with the new date. Thank you.
Did Rovin?
Next, we'll be starting with case 64225, Roosevelt Vinroz LLC, doing business as Bliss Event Space. Special exception to use part of premises for public assembly and amusement, maintain event space, waive off-street parking, also known as 375 Nassau Road.
How do you? The event space that is going to be used by different groups. Like you don't even know.
Yeah, you don't know how many people are coming.
The attorney's not here yet, second call?
Oh, we'll mark that second. Okay. Moving right along.
Next, we have case 64325 near Westbury, Long Island Board Game Cafe LLC. Special exception to use part of premises for place of public amusement and assembly and amusement in portion of the existing building, Long Island Board Game Cafe LLC, also known as 1500 through 1504 Old Country Road.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and members of the board. My name is Eric Snipus, SNIPAS. I'm an attorney with Greenberg Traurig, 900 Stewart Avenue, Garden City, New York. I'm present with me is Dr. Neil Goldberg. I'll let you put your name on.
Neil Goldberg, Goldberg, 100 Aspen Drive East in Woodbury. I am the owner and managing partner of the business.
Dr. Goldberg actually
Not doctor.
I'm sorry, also owns and operates the Main Street Board Cafe in Huntington. In total, there are 7 board game cafes on Long Island.
In New York.
And in New York. They operate a community-oriented venue where patrons can enjoy a wide selection of board games while dining from a menu of food and beverages. Customers pay a cover fee to access and play the cafe's extensive library of games, making it a social gathering spot for individuals, groups, and corporate events. The cafe also hosts special events such as trivia nights, game tournaments, and private parties. This is a family-friendly environment centered around the tabletop gaming and casual dining. And we are here today seeking a special permit to permit the place of public assembly pursuant to Article 27, Section 272E2 of the ordinance to permit the Board Game Cafe to operate in the northern portion of the Lesso Mall in spaces 243 and 244. The menu that is included is simple convection and microwave meals. There'll be no hoods or open flames. With that, I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Hours of operation?
Our hours of operation will be 1 p.m. until 11 p.m., 7 days a week. We do anticipate extended hours during school breaks, summertime, holiday season.
How many people Occupancy?
We'll have about 12 employees with 4 max during any given shift. And then how many customers?
About 100. That's like if, completely full.
Security?
The staff act as security, but we don't hire security.
Surveillance cameras.
Well, surveillance cameras, burglar alarms that I can see from my phone, control everything from my phone, and other computers and the other owners and managers will. And the mall has security as well. It's in the Salmonea Mall, used to be called the Source Mall.
This is where the Cheesecake Factory is, and where all the game spaces are going in.
Right, on the second floor.
Pardon? Is there alcohol? Do you serve alcohol?
Tavern license, so just beer, wine, and cider.
Okay. Any other questions?
What is the proposed occupancy?
Oh, it's the same thing?
So yeah, about 100.
About 100 if it were completely full.
But typically, what are you experiencing, in Huntington?
Oh, well, our place in Huntington is very small. It's 36 seats in Huntington, so this one is obviously much bigger. So on a given night, between 50 and 75, but, prime time, completely full, Friday night, Saturday night, close, we can fit 100 in there.
You take reservations?
Yep, we have a online reservation system for both coming to just play board games and also all of our adult programs and all our after-school enrichment programs.
When you say board games, are they actually board games?
Yes.
Sitting with the board game?
Yep, we have
not on a computer?
Nope, no computers. It's very retro. We have a library of probably will be close to 500 board games, and we have people who know how to play them. I mean, I know how to play like 75% of them, and we have people who pick a game out for you and teach you to play the game and get you going, and we also sell games as well.
What is the adult section of it that you referenced?
Oh, I'm just talking about adult programs like Dungeons and Dragons, Mahjong, puzzle races.
That's online or
No, nothing is
So
online.
even Dungeons and Dragons?
Dungeons and Dragons, we play it live, old school style with the sets and dice and all of that stuff.
Blackjack?
I love blackjack.
No blackjack?
No.
Okay.
I love board games.
Any other questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
Excuse me, you said 36 seats?
That's
Or
in our
36
Huntington
tables?
location. This one, the one in this mall here in Westbury will be close to 100 seats.
Got it, okay.
With that, Mr. Chairman, I would move that the hearing be closed and the matter be placed on the decision calendar. You'll both be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Next, we have cases 64425 through 64525 Seaford. Lincoln Realty Corporation doing business as Bayview Tavern. Variance in off-street parking, insufficient backup space, and special exception to park in front yard setback on Bayview Street. Maintaining expansion to existing bar/restaurant. Rehearing of case 446-21. Variance rear yard, maintain walk-in box attached to restaurant. Rehearing of case 44721. Also known as 3595 through 3597 Bayview Street.
I do.
State your name and address for the record.
Dennis Oliver, 924 Newbridge Road, Belmore, New York. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, members of the board.
Afternoon.
We are here this afternoon for a rehearing. The property address is 3595 Bayview Avenue in Seaford. We're looking to get a renewal of a case that was previously granted back on 7/21/21.
Can you say that again? Get removal of what? I just missed it.
A renewal, not removal, renewal, I'm sorry. I have to speak more slowly. I apologize for that. The two cases that were originally heard, 447 for rear yard, that was to allow for a walk-in box that was attached to the building. The required rear yard is 10 feet. The reduction was to 1.33 feet. Case 446 was for parking, insufficient backup parking in the front yard, and a reduction of required parking spaces from 42 to 25 with 13 that were acceptable. Those cases were heard and approved. I have copies of the approvals. I'll just enter those into the record in case the board needs them.
We'll accept it.
None of the conditions that were previously heard and approved have changed. Everything is still the same as what was back in 2021. The permit was not issued in a prompt and orderly manner because the tenant at the time wasn't sure if she was going to be able to survive through COVID or anything else. She has survived COVID. She actually has a buyer for the business, and they are in contract and they have money in escrow, and we're looking to close out the permits so that they can go to closing.
Is the intention that the buyer will operate it the same as it has been operated heretofore?
Yes, ma'am.
And pardon me for not recalling on my own. It says that this application back then included maintaining the expansion. Was that also approved then?
Correct.
There's two restaurants there, or pizzeria and a restaurant.
There's a pizzeria, and then this is a bar restaurant.
And the laundromat is since gone.
From what I understand, yes. It's been a while since I was down there, unfortunately.
So it's sufficiently similar, or it's going to be the same, so that we can assume that our parking analysis then, as to the type of business and the way it operated, the hours and all of that is going to be just the same under the new owner.
Correct.
I believe one of the other conditions was either cited by this board or by the buildings department. You had to have some type of a fire certificate for the walk-in box. You familiar with that?
I am not familiar with that, Mr. Pellegrini.
I think it says it on the permit search.
But if whatever is required, we will do what needs to be done, obviously.
Okay. Other than that, it looks very well kept. I was there yesterday.
She's done her best, yes, to keep the property up.
In hard circumstances.
Is she the owner of the pizzeria?
No,
Well,
no, it's a different entity, completely separate from what we're covering today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
that concludes your presentation, Mr. Oliver.
Yes, sir.
Any other questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion?
Move the hearing be closed, the matter be placed on the decision calendar. Mr. Oliver, you'll be notified by mail of the board's decision once it's rendered. You know we decide a lot of cases tonight. Sounds like since there's escrow money, you can call and see if yours was decided tomorrow.
Perfect, thank you. I wish everyone a happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas. Everyone have a healthy, and Dawn, congratulations on your retirement.
All the same to you, Mr. Oliver.
Thank you.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have case 64625 Oceanside 3000 Lawson LLC. Special exception for floor area ratio, proposed reconstruction of warehouse and remove portion of existing building. Variance in off-street parking and special exception to park in the front yard setbacks on Lawson Boulevard, Riverside Avenue, and Bayview Avenue with insufficient maneuvering aisle, also known as 3000 Lawson Boulevard.
Dominic Minerva and D'Agostino, 107 South Central Avenue, Valley Stream, New York.
Mr. Minerva, can you speak up a little? For some reason I don't know if it's.
Oh, really?
Ears, but I'm having a harder time.
Sean Mulryan Engineering, 1225 Franklin Avenue, Garden City, New York.
The application before you today is for variances in connection with a proposal to renovate and rebuild an existing warehouse. Subject premises is located at 3000 Lawson Boulevard in Oceanside. It's known as Section 43, Block 348, Tax Lots 157, 158, 164, and 169 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. Subject premises is located in the light manufacturing zone. It's located at the southwest corner of Lawson Boulevard and Riverside Drive. The building was originally constructed in 1925. An expansion was constructed in 1988. It is currently improved with a warehouse building divided into 3 tenant spaces. The parcel is 46,824 square feet, and the existing warehouse with accessory office space is 23,332 square feet. The variances required are for floor area ratio with 0.4 as the maximum and .48 proposed. But it should be noted that the existing building has an FAR of .50. So the proposed reconfiguration of Building C actually results in a reduction of overall floor area. A parking variance with 35 spaces required and 38 spaces provided, but only 3 of which are counted since the others are in the front yard setback. And lastly, insufficient maneuverability. The applicant will be installing floodgates as part of the renovation to comply with FEMA regulations. The floor level in Building B will be raised as well to match Building A, and Building C will be built at this new level as well. Still be below the BFE, but it's industrial property, so providing the floodgates will bring it into compliance. The parking and loading will be improved from existing conditions, as you'll hear momentarily from the applicant's parking and traffic engineer. The site is surrounded by Long Island Railroad substation to the north, the Long Island Railroad tracks to the west, followed by additional warehouses, commercial buildings to the south, and a mix of commercial properties and residential dwellings to the east, and therefore is and will continue to be in keeping with the character of the area and permitted uses in the zoning district. As applicant's Exhibit A, I have photos that were taken by me this morning that accurately and fairly represent the subject premises and surrounding uses to submit the record. Accept those. At this time, I'd like to call the applicant's parking and traffic engineer, Mr. Sean Mulryan, to testify. And I would, after he introduces himself, I would just ask, he's been qualified as an expert witness previously, if that qualification can continue.
Good afternoon, Sean Mulryan, Mulryan Engineering, 1225 Franklin Avenue, Garden State, New York.
Mr. Mulryan, you have been previously qualified on many occasions as a traffic and parking expert. Since the last time you appeared before this board, have any of your qualifications changed?
No, they have not.
And we will again qualify you as an expert to testify as to traffic and parking.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Mr. O'Ryan,
Yes.
when you do your presentation, whenever it suits you, would you mind? I drive this road a lot, and I often find dangerous conditions where the tractor trailers, without even a sign or a cone or anything, just several times there'll be a lot of them, and or plain cars. They'll park right in the lanes of traffic, and I've come upon a number of scenarios where people almost have accidents. Can you include how deliveries, whatever, will work there, and trash pickup if you have it?
I'll be glad to go over that.
Thank you.
So this is located on a very busy roadway, as you mentioned. This is an existing facility. What is being proposed here is the reconstruction of the center building, which will remain the same size, but will be reconstructed. The building suffered severe damage during Sandy and is in a state of disrepair currently. The building to the north will be completely demolished and reconfigured, resulting in approximately 500 square feet less of overall space in these 3 buildings. The parking lots will remain on the north and south side. The main entrance to the north parking lot will be from a side street. That side street also feeds the Long Island Railroad substation that is located to the north. On Lawson Boulevard, we will be removing one of the loading bays, and we will be reconfiguring the middle one. All of the improvements along Lawson Boulevard will be subject to the Nassau County Department of Public Works. That process has yet to occur, but any changes to those loading bays will not affect the parking layouts as they are located separate on the north and the south sides of the building. The parking that is not counted has existed for many years within the front yard setback. If we were not able to park in the front yard setback, the site would not be able to facilitate itself. So we are looking to continue and maintain the parking as it currently exists. We're modifying it to improve it. We are also relocating the loading bay door to the building that we are reconstructing to the interior parking lot, so it will no longer be on Lawson Boulevard. So we believe that this is a substantial improvement to the existing conditions. These buildings are not big enough to take tractor trailer deliveries. There's not enough space within the building, so we believe that all vehicles that will be coming in and out of this facility with box truck only. And just to reiterate, we are removing one driveway from Lawson Boulevard. We are reconfiguring the middle driveway on Lawson Boulevard. Any and all reconstruction along Lawson Boulevard is subject to the review and approval of the Nassau County Department of Public Works. Currently, there is parking provided along the subject site on Lawson Boulevard. We believe that the Nassau County Department of Public Works may restrict that parking to improve access and visibility to and from those parking bays or those loading bays. So that is a summation of the report that was submitted to the board. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to try to answer them.
Well, the parking that's shown on the site plan, plot plan, is, I think, where it currently is, right?
Correct.
And then there's the existing building to be removed, right? And then the
Correct.
other one is to be, so what's going to go, is there more parking that's going to be put where the building is removed?
The building is being removed and reconstructed.
Oh, I
So,
thought,
so if you look on the top portion of the site plan,
right?
the building has a appendage coming out of the back towards the railroad tracks, and it does not run square to the street or to the property line.
Correct.
So the building on the lower half of the site plan is more square, if you will. It's rectangular. So it's a reconfiguration of that existing building. The building, again, has suffered significant damage, so it's being demolished.
Oh, because it was a little, the other one says existing building to be renovated, got it.
Which is the
This
center,
one
right.
just says existing building to be removed.
Correct.
So, but it's not removed, it's being removed and replaced.
One's being removed and replaced, and the other one is being modified. And then the third building all the way to the south is remaining as is. The parking lot to the north will obviously be restriped and repaved and improved as far as this project. Again, the access is from the side street that also feeds the substation.
Okay, so because the reason that I had that question was because it wasn't clear on how one would access that parking lot if there, I didn't see a curb cut and whether the building was in the way. So I guess it will be the existing curb cut. Well, it says existing
Curb cut
removed.
on Bayview Avenue, you'll see on the bottom half of the plan, there are two vehicles shown directly below the words Bayview Avenue.
It'll come, yeah. So on the northwest corner will be the access off of Bayview Avenue
I see.
to the northerly parking lot. And that has 21 spaces shown on the existing plan and 21 spaces shown on the proposed plan.
So it'll be the same set of roadways that feed the substation currently.
Okay, that's good. Much better way to get in and out of there.
Right.
Is that the route that the box trucks will use? Is that where the loading bay is, or?
That's where the loading bay
The
is?
loading bay is going to be moved into that main parking lot. So it's going to be off of Lawson Boulevard.
And did you touch on how many employees? Well,
So-
that parking is for all three of the buildings, right?
But the north and the south lots will serve all three of the buildings. There are no tenants lined up yet. My client is the contract vendee. So, assuming that the variances are favorably decided, he would proceed with closing and the project to renovate and rebuild, but there are no tenants as of this moment. He will then have to, send it out to brokers to lease for him.
So if we analyze this as three warehouses, which of course is a lot less employees than if someone were to put a manufacturing, the intention, without question, is to continue to be warehouses.
Yes, warehouses with accessory office space, and I know only 3 spaces are compliant, but there's 38 spaces there, so we're overparked
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
warehouse.
as long as they're.
We're over code and we're
warehouses.
right.
You know, if one became a little manufacturing, that's the only reason I ask.
Mhm.
Do you think? And when you say the office space, you're referring to office space that would be ancillary to the use, not
Correct.
renting out a couple offices to others, right?
Correct. Ancillary to the warehouse space, and I'm just seeing if it's laid out on the floor plan.
It's approximately 1,000 square feet less than the existing square footage of the office space, so the plan showed at 2,160 square feet divided between the 3 separate buildings.
So the floor plans show an accessory office space inside each warehouse and
I'm
for
sorry,
each
what was
building.
that, 2,000, what was 2,000?
2,160 square feet divided between the 3 buildings. So each building has a small office space for paperwork and administration.
Oh, and it's limited to that amount.
Correct.
They're already built in that way.
Well,
No,
once
that's proposed to be
built
in that
and,
way,
right.
as shown on the floor
That's right,
plans.
okay, oh, that's good.
I would just note there's one letter of objection that was submitted electronically. The neighbor was mostly complaining about parking and traffic on Riverside Drive. That's on the other side of Lawson Boulevard. I don't think we're going to have any impact on that. Our traffic, and I know especially the truck traffic, they're not even permitted to go down Riverside Drive. So I think his issue was his concerns with his existing conditions on his block, which we're not going to affect.
Have enough problems.
I have
School buses.
I have some questions.
Sure.
With respect to building A, where's the entrance?
Okay.
The proposed building, A is on the north, right?
A,
A's on the south.
The people entrance, you mean, or the car entrance?
It's the one that's
any kind of an entrance. The entrance to the warehouse.
Currently, it's on the south side facing the parking lot. And there's also an entrance on Lawson Boulevard, which is the loading
The loading would be on Lawson.
currently. So building A is existing. That's the existing configuration of that building.
Right, so the loading will still be there? You said the current
I know
building.
you can.
No, the loading, so after this project, if it proceeds, the south side will be all parking lot. To get into Building A, you have a curb cut for the loading would be off of Lawson Boulevard as well as the entrance into the office space.
So currently there's 3 driveways on Lawson. We're removing one of them.
Okay,
And-
you have that on, okay, so you have the curb cut to the parking, and you'll have a curb cut to the building.
Yes.
Yes.
And is that close to Building B?
Yes, the curb cut into Building A to the loading is close to Building B. Close to the start of Building B.
Right.
I see
And
4
so Building B, the curb cut's like in the middle?
Yes, middle of the building.
Okay. And that parking will be either on one end or the other?
The
No,
employees.
yes, it would be on the north or
yes.
the south, correct.
Right,
Yep.
okay.
They'll be open to.
And Building C, it'll be off of the entrance or the truck entrance, I guess, will be off of the parking area?
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I counted that there were 4 entrances, 4 current curb cuts on Lawson. And one says the southmost one to remain, one says exit curb cut to remain, it's a little different than the others. Then there's the one that I think you referenced on Building B, says that one's to be removed.
Yes, so there's 4,
There's 4 now. We're going to have, going from south to north, we're keeping the one going into the south parking lot, keeping the one going into Building A, keeping the one going to Building B. The one going into Building C will be closed, and then Building C will be accessed through the parking lot.
Mine says, I'm sorry, the one you said will keep to be, said exists curb cut and apron to be removed.
That's the one we're moving, Building C. So we're going from 4 to 3.
The next one says the same thing.
The next.
So,
the
I have a-
driveway to B is being reconfigured, and it's being shifted
Right.
to provide more room in front of the building. The final location of that is subject to Nassau County DPW.
I have
So
2 on, maybe mine's outdated. I have 2 that say to be removed.
2 are going to be removed, one's going to be replaced.
Okay, where,
So the one for Building B is going to be shifted,
okay, where's it gonna go? Do we know?
more in the center of Building B.
I guess you gotta compare that with this.
But in the proposed site, I don't, Mr. Minerva, could you just come and show me real quick? I don't know if mine's outdated or. Wait, I just don't get it. So on this, mine says, stay, stay, go, go.
No, this one stays.
Okay, what?
Actually, this one I think is over here.
See, I don't,
Yeah.
so
So this.
we gotta fix this, because they say they're being removed. Where's the, is this, did it get amended?
This to be removed, this is correct. This is correct, this is correct. This is correct now. This one is staying now.
So where's the,
Staying, right? This is apron.
to be removed?
Okay, so this note is not correct.
Wrong. Okay, so wait, is there, I want to get it corrected on the official one. So can you tell if this is, was it amended after this and I just need to find the new one? Patrick or someone, can you help me? This is not accurate. One of these isn't going to be removed. So can we just get the records?
It's another pine that you've got us into, Minerva.
What, how come we understand? 646 is it 646? What do you want us to do? Correct this. Here. I just don't know if it's because there was a more recent one.
This is okay. See, so this was received December 8th, but it could have showed the wrong one.
This one says the 8th too.
Well, it's the plot plan. We received it December 8th. It was dated 12/2/25.
This one was received on the 8th too.
But see, this is part of the problem.
Maybe that's.
This should be the date that it was created, and the revision should be up there.
He has one stamped December 17th.
It's unbelievable. By the time you get to the old gray hair,
Here, down here.
I have my side.
Okay, existing.
I need to trim mine.
Existing. Well, this one's more accurate. Let me turn it around. No.
I could.
This, so it's not corrected, it says that. It shows it, but it says existing.
Wait, look at this one. This one we received on the 17th, later. So that's it. 17th, I thought it said. Oh, wait, this says November 3rd, but where's the one that you had that said December?
That's the hearing.
Yeah, you have to look at the
Oh, yeah, I'm
timestamp.
sorry. Yeah, you can't read it, so. So this one came in on December,
The timestamp?
no, this one came in
What day?
on, no, this is older, November 3rd. I misread it. I thought, see that, you can't read it.
That's
Yeah.
the one on the
This
later
is-
site plan that we're relocating to here, but the note was wrong, because it said existing.
So what do you want
The
to
note
know?
was, let's see, the note was.
Debbie, just let the record reflect that the applicant's representative, Mr. Minerva, will be sending an amended plan showing a little more accurately the proposed new location of the curb cuts on Lawson and the removal and/or relocation of one of them. Okay, Mr. Minerva, keep going.
Is that your
Is that your case, Mr. Minerva?
I'll just say in summary, I'd like to state based on Mr. Mulryan's testimony and the facts and evidence we stated on the record, it's the applicant's position that the proposal is in keeping with the character of the area, will not have detrimental impacts, and the variances requested are minor in nature and actually result in a decrease in the overall size of the existing building. And request your favorable consideration.
Okay. Are there any other questions from the board? If not, do I have a motion? Kim?
Will be here because not a place in the decision calendar. You will be notified on your board's decision when Friday.
Second? All in favor? Thank you, Mr. Minerva. Mr. Morales.
Happy holidays. Thank you.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Dawn, are you helping? He says we're doing the, oh, good.
Yes.
And then the,
Last case.
yeah, whatever.
Topo Gigio.
Janice, that's the check.
We will second call case number 642 of 25, Roosevelt, Vinraz LLC, doing business as Bliss Event Space, special exception to use part of premises for public assembly and amusement, maintain event space, waive off-street parking, also known as 375 Nassau Road.
Where's the file?
Here you go.
Sorry.
Remember, I go, what a name.
Yeah, right.
Of course, I'm completely wrong.
You get me any way I'd be able to bring up 2 more sheets? You sure? Okay. No, Mrs. Here. Thank you. I'll call you up then.
Wow.
Good afternoon, members of the board. My apologies for being a little bit late. My name is Janice Whalen.
That's very cool.
Janice Whalen, Whelan. I'm an attorney with offices at 23 Green Street, Huntington, New York, Suite 205, 11743. Very proud to represent the Kennedy family. We come before you today following a 2008 variance application that this board granted, seeking a special exception under the building zone ordinance to convert a former place of assembly in the same exact footprint into a community event space.
You could have a seat.
Thank you. I feel so bad I was late, that's why I was standing. Again, very proud to represent Mrs. Rosalind Kennedy. To say that she's woven into the fabric of the Roosevelt community is an understatement. She has been a community activist for very, very many years. She operates Roz's Daycare, a long-term facility serving infants all the way to 12 years old, licensed by the state. She is invested in her community. We have many photos of citations, and she's even got new ones that I'd like to submit to the board. And the reason I submit these is to put in context that this is a family who's heavily invested in this community. They will do everything in their power to personally ensure that the proposal that they seek will not adversely and they will in fact vigorously protect the residents on the block which they live, which is Henry Street. So I would like to submit another exhibit, and this is Exhibit 2, or B rather, which is the 2008 decision in which this board waived all off-street parking for a daycare center, a deli, 2 apartments, and the place of worship, which is now what we're seeking to convert into the event space. At that time, the board heard from Mr. Pentelis, who is the attorney, as well as Mr. Graham, who is the traffic engineer. I have copies of that transcript, which I'd also like to have made part of the record, in which Mr. Graham testified as to the availability of parking on Nassau Road, a little bit on Henry Street, and we've got a 4-leaf bank, which I'll get into it. The hours of operation are absolutely perfect. Our event space could never operate during the hours that we have the daycare center. The daycare is open 6:30 in the morning to 7 o'clock at night, Monday through Friday, closed Saturday and Sunday. The event space would be symbiotic, meaning we could never, under state regulations, have people in the event space while the daycare was operating. So the event space would only be able to operate after the close of the daycare hours. The bank is only open till 5. It's directly across Henry Street. There's 25 spaces right there. We, after filing our application and after filing the letter of intent that I wrote, I believe in March, the Kennedys have graciously offered to reduce the occupancy of the event space from its former 100 people to a maximum of 60 people. Now, even though the building department cited this for a parking variance of 57 required, I think we can all say with certainty that when people go to parties, they don't go in one car. Chances are there's going to be more than one person in a car. So in the worst case scenario, if we had 60 people, we probably wouldn't need any, and that's assuming that some people aren't walking, that we would need more than 25 spaces. We've got 25 in 4-leaf, and there is a long-standing relationship between the bank and the Kennedy family. They have given their permission to use it. In addition, across the street, across Nassau Road, is Harmony Health. Harmony Health is open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday until 12 p.m. on Saturdays and closed on Sunday. So there's 106 parking spaces right across the street. Although I don't think anyone would want to walk that far, maybe about 1,000 feet to the south on Nassau Boulevard is Western Beef, and it's a municipal lot for all intents and purposes. The town owns, I believe, half of the lot. So if there were going to be a parking issue, this board and the town would have already heard it when the church had a maximum capacity of 100 people. Now, when reviewing the 2008 transcript, I note that the church was open for Bible study on weekdays and operated on Saturdays and operated on Sundays until 8:30 at night. Well, that's precisely where we're fitting in. The event space, and I feel like I'm taking Mrs. Kennedy's testimony, I know that she wants to address the board. They're pulling from the community that they've been so invested in. They're looking to create a place where kids can come and dance, a place where girls could learn how to braid their hair, a place that could host toy drives. To call it an event space might be making it sound more than it is. And again, we have agreed that we would end any event 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. If during our events, Mrs. Kennedy's daughter, Avia and Sierra, will be personally there to ensure that no one is bothering the residents, that there's no noise, there's no spilling over. This is going to be a very monitored event.
Wait, the event, I've heard a lot. What time are the events start? I know they're not going to go past 9. What time?
They would have to, well, on Monday through Friday, they couldn't start before 7 because that's when the daycare closes. And because of state regulations, the daycare could not, no other people could be in the building while the daycare was operating.
And it's still going to close by 9?
Well, it wouldn't be, they're not going to be, these are like community-based events, like maybe, again, hair braiding classes, dance practices.
Did you say pony rides?
No, no, no,
I was
no,
thinking,
no, no ponies, no ponies.
okay, so,
Community meetings, but I would really love for the board to hear directly, and I could direct the testimony from Mrs. Kennedy, who I believe is trying to offer something like her whole life for the betterment of the Roosevelt community. Mrs. Kennedy, could you state your name, please?
My name is Rosalind.
oh wait, someone needs to give her a microphone. Speak as loudly as you can.
I'm Rosalind Kennedy, and my address is 21 Henry Street, Roosevelt, New York.
How long have you
11.
lived at that residence, Mrs. Kennedy?
I would say about 25 years I've lived there.
And do you also own a business on Henry Street and Nassau Boulevard?
Yes, I do.
And can you describe that business to the board?
Matter of fact, it's a daycare. Also, we have apartment complex also. We also have after-school programs also. And sometimes the Zader, again, that space that we are looking to be approved, we are looking to have approval for, they Zaders come in and they have their meetings there. They also, we have the Shriners and also the Masons come in, and also the Eastern Stars. We do have meetings there. And anyone that, of course, on the board, if anytime they come to Roosevelt, they're more than welcome to come and have a meeting there as well. So that's what I'm trying. And also the family, the daycare families, there's no place in Roosevelt. They normally go to the library when they do come, like Councilwoman, when she do attend, she normally have to go to Roosevelt Library. There's no space and it's unfortunate the church was there, but during COVID, they could not have afford to pay, and they had to, leave. But that's what we are really trying to do. We have family members as well. They can come. The kids could come. Parents could come and have a birthday party there. There's no space in Roosevelt at all. And we own 3 lots in Roosevelt. So.
Mrs. Kennedy, was there a former PAL site where people would be able to meet that's no longer available?
Yes, there used to be. It used to be the
Police Athletic League?
Yeah, police, yeah. PAL, and is no longer available,
And so
under
would it
that.
be fair to say that the community came to you seeking to see if there could be a place for community events?
Of course, they always ask, Miss Kennedy, do you know this? Miss Kennedy, do you know that? I'm very well known. A matter of fact, at one point I said, you know what, maybe I need to name the street after Rosie's daycare, Mrs. Kennedy. Yeah, because I've been around for so long, and so.
I didn't catch the hours. I just want to, I got part of the hours, but I feel like I still don't know on the weekends what hours you want to operate. And
I believe that there's not going to be anything before 12 o'clock, but I don't want, maybe there could be a dance class that wants to come in. So during the week from 7 to 9, on the weekends during the day up until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night.
All right. I think we can just leave it at that.
Absolutely. Miss Kennedy, Mrs. Kennedy's daughter would like to address the board if possible.
Okay, just start with your name and address, please.
So my name is Avia Kennedy, and I live at 18 Henry Street in Roosevelt.
Okay.
And I just wanted to clarify something. I have something written, but during the week, we're only looking to seek to do maybe meetings. There will be no parties during the week. We're mainly looking to have like smaller, children's parties and whatnot during the weekends, so Saturday and Sunday. During the week is not a big issue for us. We're not looking to have parties. I know you mentioned starting at 7 p.m. If it's like an hour event, meeting or whatnot, then that's what would happen during the week. But it's mostly for the weekends, not so much the week. But I have something written I would like to read.
Okay.
So I'd like to thank you guys for hearing us. I will not be long, but I would like to emphasize a point. The point I would like to emphasize is the value of the space to my community. I served and continue to serve in my community for many years, whether it was as a volunteer coach or in my current role as a high school teacher for 10 years. I also still live here as a homeowner. As a teacher, I hear and see the needs of my students and family on a daily basis. The needs of this space serves as an extension of the schools, a place where students and their families can celebrate milestones, learn life lessons, and grow in this safe haven. One thing I hear consistently from my students is the complaint of having to leave Roosevelt when they want to do something besides eat Chinese food or bacon, egg, and cheese from the bodega. Over the years, I've watched businesses from people that don't live in the community flood our neighborhoods, whether they are for the betterment of the community or not. I know this space will serve in a capacity like no other. We look forward to partnering with other residents in the community who have businesses such as bakers or videographers or community organizations, just to name a few. I stand here today speaking not about the Roosevelt community or their Roosevelt community, but about my Roosevelt community, which I always have the best interest for. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. I wanted you to see a picture of the converted church. It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay.
It's about 80 by 30. It used to have 132 seats, but again, the families graciously offered to reduce the occupancy to 60 people. I know this board exists partly to protect the quiet enjoyment of neighboring residences. The Kennedys walk the street, and we have 17 letters in support from residents on Nassau and Henry Street. Original
let me just-
copies from the board.
Did one of you take the photograph?
I did.
A fairly accurate present?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll accept that. As to the signatures, who got the signatures?
Mrs. Kennedy, did Avia?
Okay, and you saw that each of the individuals whose names were there, they're actually the individuals who signed them? Yes. Okay, we'll accept
And
this
as a
in
matter of
evidence. Wait, I just, can you just summarize the hours real quick? And, do that first. Do that first.
The hours of operation for the event space would be 7 to 9.
And I'm not trying to limit them, I just want.
We're figuring 7 to 9, Monday through Friday.
Right, I got that.
And Saturday up until 8:30 p.m., 9 o'clock to get people out. Sunday the same.
Okay. Okay, keep going, I'm sorry.
I inquired about employees. Now, the Kennedy family all live on Henry Street, so they have driveways. They're going to be at the events. In the event that there was one or two other employees that might be at the event space, they would park at the Kennedy's residence, which is 21 and 18 Henry Street. So no additional on-street parking. I know this board is very sensitive to making sure that no other neighbors are affected by people parking in front of their houses or noises. And that's really the beauty of this application, because these people live on the street. So they have a self-enlightened interest in keeping that peace.
Ms. Whalen, you have a 57 spot requirement.
Well, that's what the building department says.
Right. But you've detailed the non-simultaneous use. You've detailed the municipal lot with 106 spots. There's 25 spots.
The health.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Harmony
You're right.
Health has
Harmony Health. And then you have the municipal lot that you said is half municipal.
Correct.
That's not far. The bank has, I guess, 25 spots. I'm not clear if that's the 25. You also referred to 25, and I didn't know if that was a separate 25. But it sounds like there's a lot of parking and a great need. I'm just wondering, is it because your client feels you need to limit it to 60 instead of the actual capacity? Because it doesn't sound like, I know we are sensitive to parking, but in this case, I'm seeing a huge need, space for it, and you've detailed extensive parking availability in large part due to the non-simultaneous use.
Well, I'll be honest, when I filed my letter of intent many months ago, I identified 100. I hate to bid against myself. If I could go up to 80 people, that would really help us, and it would help the community. I thought that, 100 might be a place where it could, but if we could go up to 100, just know that these people are very invested in keeping their side of the street good.
Yeah, I understand that. I imagine the rest of the board does. And given the significant parking available and the great things they're doing, that's why I was just wondering if you had your own determination that it shouldn't be 100, or if you're just trying to have a better shot at
I
getting
was
it.
trying to, I'll be honest with you, very sensitive to the money that the Kennedys have invested in this application and in me, and I wanted to make the best presentation. But if we could have the ability to go up to 100, that would be great. And it would be very appreciated by the Kennedy family.
Okay, I just wanted to know if there was a reason that I didn't know about, or that we didn't know about. Okay, let's see, is that your case?
That is my case. I don't have to remind the board. You all know what the special exception criteria are. And I think in this particular case, the most important is that there would be no adverse impact to the quiet enjoyment of neighboring uses. And I believe because they're such proven operators, proven community leaders, that goes without saying. They want to better Roosevelt as really exemplified by the way they live their lives. And I would respectfully request that this board,
I don't understand.
that this board look favorably upon the Kennedys' application.
Okay, I think there was.
I understand.
Very appropriate.
Now, there was, I think someone signed in interested, I just didn't know if that was someone.
Yes, I believe it.
In favor, or if someone had something else they wanted, but I can't see the.
It is the woman right behind Mr. Kennedy. Do you
Be a member of the church.
Sarah, I'll get you up.
Can't find the sign-in sheet.
That's, yeah.
Could you come up, ma'am?
No,
board can
okay,
hear you?
hold on.
Okay.
It's Elizabeth Bradford. Is that you? Okay, would you like to tell us something? If so, are you able to get up to the podium? I see you're limping. She doesn't have to go that far if she's got an injury. You can sit down in the.
I'm sorry, I'm here, I'm
Tell us your
extremely
name and
hearing
ad-
impaired, and I really can't understand what anybody's saying. But my main thing was, the
Hold on,
parking.
honey. Hold for one moment, if you wouldn't mind. We have to swear you in, and we have to get your name and address on the record so you get a copy of the decision when we issue it. So Mr. Owens here would swear you in.
Girl, carry yourself.
I don't want to question.
Patrick, go closer so she can hear you.
Okay, what do I?
Right here.
Raise your right hand.
Uh-huh.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Miss Whalen, help her because she's limping.
Yes.
Make sure she was limping, so I don't want her to fall.
Like I said, I'm going to be 2 seconds. The main thing I was wondering about was the parking. I don't know exactly what your proposal is for, but that's the only thing I was wondering. Where would you be parking? Because it's right there on the main road.
May I address Ms.
Well, you or your client, it's up to your client, or it's your choice.
Mrs. Barrett? What we've told the board is that the hours of operation will coincide with when the bank is closed. So the bank has 25 spaces. The Harmony Health has 106. There are a few, maybe 10 spaces on Nassau Road. We're not anticipating that there's going to be any traffic overflow. And Mrs. Kennedy's daughters are going to ensure that any patrons of the facility are respectful of the neighbors on Henry Street.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm a couple of blocks down. I'm by Western Beach, so. Okay, so just the main question. So the bank and the health department, the health place, they're gonna let you park there? That's what you're asking, or they said yes?
My understanding, Mrs. Kennedy, could you respond?
They said yes.
They said yes. Oh, that sounds good to me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can we give you your stuff?
Be careful.
Are you gonna be advertising? That's another thing.
Well, yeah, sure. We would let the community know, of course, there's a space available.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Ms. Bradford. Okay, Ms. Whalen, is there anything else you wish to add at this time?
Right now.
I'd like the board to hear from Miss Sierra Kennedy, and her sister will be operating the event space.
Okay, Christina, can you swear? All right. Oh, great. Okay. And pull the microphone closer so we can hear you.
My name is Sierra Kennedy, and I reside at 21 Henry Street in Roosevelt. I did write a letter. I'll read it. It kind of just piggybacks off of what everyone else says, not to be redundant, but this is what I wrote. So I just want to thank you guys for taking the time to hear our application and allowing us the opportunity to speak today. We truly appreciate your service to the community and your careful consideration of our request. Oh, I'm sorry. We are seeking approval to open a small community-focused event space designed to meet a need that currently does not exist in our area. Our vision is not a venue for loud or out-of-control parties, but rather a clean, monitored, well-managed space where residents and local organizations can gather for meaningful and positive events. The events we envision are intimate and respectful. We are committed to being good neighbors and maintaining a calm environment. To that end, we do not plan to operate late hours. On Saturdays and Sundays, the space will close no later than 8:30, 9 o'clock p.m., and all events will be closely supervised and scheduled with the surrounding community in mind. As we began discussing the possibility of opening this event space with close friends, family members, community partners, the response was overwhelmingly positive. We have already received interest from several individuals and organizations eager for a space like this. Some examples include, we had a hairdresser reach out to us. She would like to host classes for young girls to learn how to do their own hair. We had a few people reach out about toy drives and charitable events. A local dance school, they don't have a space to practice, which would be something that they will probably utilize a space maybe on a weekday for that hour and a half. We also had women reach out. They wanted to host an women's empowerment brunch where they will have speakers. There's a few churches also that they were looking for a location to hold seminars and repasts and small gatherings. Also, there was an organization, it was the Masons and the Shriners. They wanted a space to host their reoccurring monthly meetings. These are just a few of the ideas that have been shared with us, and they reflect the true purpose of the space: education, empowerment, community connection, and service. We are intentionally curating the type of events hosted to ensure they align with these values and remain appropriate for the surrounding neighborhood. So, thank you guys.
Waylon? Yes. Do you happen to know if you've had it done already, what's the fire marshal limit on?
Actually, it's very interesting that you said that because I inquired exactly over the annual inspections for the fire marshal. I didn't get a copy of it, but is it 100 or 132 people on the fire marshal occupancy?
There is no occupancy on that specific one that we have. The one I gave.
But we know it's at least 100.
130, 32. Yeah.
130 for the church. You know, only because I can't specifically give you that number. So if you could leave the record open and I'll get a copy of that fire marshal occupancy over to the board.
Christina, can we leave it over just to receive a document? All right, that'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else, anyone else here?
It is, and I just want to thank the board, the building department, and the town clerk for all their efforts in bringing this application today.
All right, if there's no further questions from the board, may I have a motion?
I move the hearing be closed, the case placed under decision calendar. When the board renders its decision, you will be notified.
Everyone who signed in. Second? All in favor? Thank you, folks.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice holiday or Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate.
We have our final case of today, case 602 of 25 Baldwin. Topogigio Realty LLC install one attached double-faced illuminated pylon sign set back 6 feet 4 inches from Merrick Road. Remove existing sign, also known as 856 through 874 Merrick Road. Ms. Whalen, we have you sworn in.
Janice Whalen, again, 23 Green Street, Suite 205, Huntington, New York, 11743, for the applicant Topogigio, who is depicted here. He's an Italian cartoon. When I last appeared before the board, a recommendation was made that we remove one of the variances And we did that. The only variance left in this case is the setback from the street. And I would submit that it's necessary because if we had it 20 feet back, it would not serve as building identification.
When you say we removed a variance, you mean you removed a sign that was causing the need for a variance? Is that what you mean? Where it
No,
says,
and I believe it was you, Mrs. D'Amato, who had requested that we make both poles even. In other words, one was like a little different than the other, and that we create the distance to 7 foot 3 inches.
but it says remove existing sign, and you said we removed a variance, and I was just asking, is that what you're talking about?
That was the variance we removed, the clearance. So the only remaining variance in this case now is the front yard setback. And I would rely upon everything that I stated at the prior hearing, and we respectfully request approval. This site is in sore need of new signage, and I believe that the proposed sign will be a great improvement and create building identification for the shopping center.
Your motion to incorporate the prior testimony is granted.
Thank you.
And I just want to confirm, when you say the setback, you're referring 6 feet 4 inches from Merrick Road?
Correct.
That's
Correct.
what you're, okay. Go ahead, Joe.
It's illuminated. Is it interior illumination, steady, 24 hours?
You know, I had inquired of Valley. I believe that the sign is only going to be illuminated during the hours of operation. And I believe that I said it was until 9 o'clock at night. But obviously, it's dark sky compliant. It's not going to be illuminated off the site footprint.
Interior illumination.
Correct.
All right, is that your case?
That is my case.
All right. Are there any other questions from the board? If not, is there a motion?
I move the hearing be closed, the case placed on the decision calendar. You'll be notified in writing when board makes its decision.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much, and I hope everyone has a very blessed holiday, healthy New Year.
Thank you too, Ms. Wheeler.
So, all right, I'm going to take a break.
And now,
I'm going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be back right around 3:30, and we'll do decisions. You don't?
Should I stick around? Yeah, I'm going to do that.
see you later.
We're gonna see you later. Oh, I know, I would probably.
She put a lot into this.
I'm starting to get nervous. Oh, my appointment. You remember when she was a little girl?
Yeah, 20-something.
This was her first job.
I bet it was, but I don't know. Now put it back together.
All right. All right, ready?
Ready.
Decisions, cases 620 and 621 of 2025. Quinzia DBA Kitty Junction Preschool, that's a renewal of grants to maintain a conversion of an existing building into a daycare center and maintain a waiver of off-street parking and permission to park in the front yard setback. Do I have any discussion, any questions? If not, do I have a motion?
I make a motion on case number 620 to 621, Levittown, Quing Z, doing business as Kitty Junction Preschool, renewal of grants be granted as requested with conditions.
Temporary same conditions?
Temporary, same conditions.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, next case, 622 of 2025, Wantos CVS Albany LLC. That too is a renewal of a grant to maintain a double-faced illuminated sign, 118.13 square feet per face, overall size 236.26 square feet and projecting above the roof line. That's at 1178 Wanto Avenue. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion on 62225, renewal of grant to maintain double-faced illuminated sign, 5 years with conditions.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Case 623 of 2025 has been adjourned to January 21st at 11 a.m. Case 624 of 2025, Levittown, Patricia Ferguson, renewal of a grant to maintain pool with deck in front yard and maintain 6-foot-high stockade fence. Property address 99 Stone Lane. Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 624 of 25 Levittown, Patricia Ferguson, located at 99 Stone Lane, be approved as requested.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Case 625, 2025 Seaford, Dominic Costantino. Special exception to maintain an accessory structure as shed, seating horizontal max and with less than required side yard setback. Special exception to maintain a second accessory structure, another shed, with less than required side yard setback and not permitted in the side yard. Any discussion on that one?
Michael,
Go ahead, Joe.
Go ahead.
I think that shed fully encumbers that side yard, and I think it's a safety issue. That's my opinion. I'll stop there. If there's more discussion before a motion is made.
I agree.
Okay, somebody want to make a motion?
I move that the case number 625 in Seaford, Dominic Constantino, special exception to maintain the accessory structure, which is the first or second one?
Second one.
Second
That's the one adjacent to the house.
So it would be granted in part and denied in part that the special exception to maintain the second accessory structure with the less than required side yard not permitted in side yard be denied and the other case be granted.
Grant him the right to have a structure, but not in the side yard? Like grant them maintain.
That's a good point.
So he can put it.
Second.
Sure.
Wait, hold on.
So.
I withdraw that.
Okay.
Mrs. D'Amato had a very good suggestion, and I'll put that on the table as a motion. So 625 stands as I had said. That's okay where it is. Case 620, the second part of 626, rather than be it entirely denied, the size of it is complying, but it's a second accessory structure. They can relocate that any legal spot outside of the rear yard. So it would be granted with conditions and a qualified condition on the second accessory structure.
But not in the side yard.
Correct.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Cases 626 and 627 of 2025 near Cedarhurst. Y. David Fight. Variance, lot area occupied, construct addition attached to dwelling, maintain 6-foot-high fence and principal side yard of dwelling on Iris Street without 8-foot clear site triangle at applicant's and neighbor's driveway, which may substantially obstruct line of sight. This one is at 43 Sherwood Lane near Cedarhurst. Any discussion?
I inspected this, and there's a line of sight problem with the two driveways, in my opinion. I have no, you know.
The
No, I
applicant
think
was willing, the applicant, if you will, was willing to lower the height of the fence to 2 feet, 6 inches on those two corners adjacent to the driveways. I can't make a motion, but for my money, you should catty corner them both.
Okay.
I believe either would be in compliance.
Right, so I thought that at one point we got to the idea that we would just deny the fence in those corners so that he and his client can decide whether they want to catty corner it or to lower it, because he seemed not sure which one of those two his client would prefer, but they were my understanding was that they were planning on doing something to achieve the compliance in the clear sight triangles. So I thought maybe it made sense to give them the option. And I think we do that best by just granting what he's requesting, with the exception of granting it in the two clear sight triangles,
I
right?
agree with that, so it would be granted in part, denied in part, and the porch, so you can maintain your 6-foot high fence in the principal side yard, but we would deny the without 8-foot clear sight
To
triangle.
leave them the ability to choose. Okay, so as it relates to cases 626 and 627 and 2025, as the chairman previously described them, affecting the property of 43 Sherwood Lane near Cedarhurst, the case of Y. David the one I didn't select, that we grant his request with the exception, we will deny the 6-foot fence in the two clear sight triangles blocking both his and the neighbor's driveway, and leave him the ability to choose how to resolve that. Whether he does a 2.5 fence or he angles it, it's his choice. Temporary with conditions. Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Case 628 of 2025 East Meadow, EMG Case Realty LLC, variances. Lot area occupied, front yard average setback, side yard aggregate, construct dwelling with roofed over open porches attached thereto. Property address 2760 Cypress Avenue.
So, I believe this is the one where they withdrew the portion of the application for front yard average setback.
Correct.
And yeah, they're gonna shift the house back. I don't know if you wanna wait for amended plans.
Oh, I
or
think
you're comfortable-
Becky said we should wait.
Yeah, so.
New surveys, new drawings.
And
she did.
Mark said it's new home, so it would be new home conditions in the
Yeah,
event.
and the porches are supposed to be kept open.
Yep.
Right, those two conditions.
Got that.
Can I ask a question?
Well, wait, are we gonna make a motion, or are we going to?
No, we're gonna hold it.
In that case, so they're building a new house without a garage, is that okay?
My understanding is you don't need a garage or a driveway.
Oh, I didn't know.
Legally, correct.
It's the one on the small lot.
Standard practice, we have usually
we prefer
a garage.
Opposition was complaining there's no.
Oh, this is that skinny one?
Yeah, that's the one. 30 point something. Well, he could build it in there.
Or at least in the driveway.
Could build it in. Can't, there's no access.
No.
He's got a 25-foot wide house on a 30-foot lot. All right, so we're gonna hold it. 629 of 2025 Merrick, John G. and Lindsay Gallagher, mother-daughter residence. That 1957 Orchard Street, that's on for January 21st at 11 a.m. 630 of 2025 Wantor, 1211 Garden Court LLC, variances, side yard aggregate, maintain additions attached to dwelling at 1211 Garden Court. Any comments? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 630 of 2025, location of property 1211 Garden Court in Wantagh be granted as requested.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Cases 631 and 632 of 2025. That's Belmore, Karen Beck. Variance, rear yard, construct second-story addition attached to dwelling, special exception to maintain a shed higher than permitted, not permitted in the front yard and with side yard setback variance. Property address is 105 Brevoort Place in Belmore. Any comments? If not, do I have a motion? No comments, no motion.
I move case 631 and 632, Belmore Karen Beck, variance rear yard, construct two-story addition attached to dwelling. The address is 105 Rebought Place, be granted as requested.
I
Second,
second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Case 633 of 2025, that one is West Hempstead, Eli and Rachel Wine. Variances, lot area occupied, front yard setback on McKinley Street, construct roofed over open porch and second story addition, both attached to dwelling. That was amended. The open areas below the roofed over open porch is to remain open. Any other comments?
I believe we were waiting for an amended site plan
Okay, so we'll hold it.
to change the side yard to the rear yard.
That's the one with no,
That's
in
fine.
theory, it was, yeah, that was weird.
And didn't we want to amend the caption to have two-story?
Yes, so, they're gonna also need to pay an additional fee, because
Right.
it's actually a rear yard variance, and we can't
Mhm.
waive town board fees. And we will amend the caption to reflect the relief, which is, construct second story and second story addition.
Okay.
Second
So-
story and two-story.
So we're gonna hold
And
it.
two-story, I'm sorry, yes. I
We're
have
gonna hold
two-story
it.
and second story.
All right.
But I just wanted you to make sure you had the notes.
Case 634 and 635 near Cedarhurst. Jeffrey and Serena Adest. Variances, front yard average setback, lot area occupied, construct two-story addition, which is below design, flood elevation attached to dwelling. Variance, side yard, maintain HVAC units attached to dwelling, 33 Park Circle near Cedarhurst. Any comments? If not, do I have a motion?
Yeah, I make a motion for 634-25, 635-25, variances, front yard average setback, lot area occupied, construct two-story addition, be granted with conditions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Cases 636 and 637 of 2025, Levittown, Glorianne Toro. Maintain a shed with less than required side yard and rear yard setbacks. Maintain pool equipment not permitted in the side yard. Property address is 141 Cotton Lane in Levittown. Any comments? If not, do I have a motion?
I move case 636 to 637 of 25 Levittown, Glorianne Toro at 141 Cotton Lane be approved as requested with the
Second.
normal pool conditions and
Second.
All in favor?
aye.
Any opposed?
Open permits will be closed by then.
Case 636 of 2025, Joseph DeMarco installed a shed with more than required side yard setback. That case has been adjourned to February 4th at 11 a.m. Case 614 of 2025, Belmore, Paul R. and Hilda Hayden. It's renewal of a grant to maintain the two-family dwelling. That case is on for September 17th, 2020. No, that was inspected. Any comments from the board? That's 2325 Center Avenue. Any comments? If not, do I have a motion on that case? That was the two-family dwelling. The guy bought the house. And the seller, Racanelli, told him, now I don't know if that's the Racanelli or another Racanelli, nor does it matter, but you know, if my clients listened to people who were selling homes to them and just believed everything is gospel,
well,
I guess I'd be in a worse place.
You know, I went back and looked at the testimony given at the hearing that the applicant's representative referred to, or the applicant referred to, believe is in 2010, where there was testimony. He was represented by Wayne Edwards, and there was testimony that he bought it for $530. It was after the collapse. Now it was $430. So that was one of the arguments made for the relief. But what happened was,
Excuse me. Because the house theoretically declined $100,000 in value, that gives credence to an argument that we should grant relief?
exactly. So But more, there's more. Right, so there's more. In that testimony, the, the explanation for how they came to know that, that there was an owner occupied condition on the property was that he bought it knowing there was not a CO, and when he went to go get the CO, he discovered that there was not an owner occupied, that there was an owner occupied. So, I mean, it sounds to me like the guy was trying to buy it, like he knew that there were issues with it. It didn't even have a CO. So I'm not overly sympathetic that he was blindsided by this. And the last thing, and more importantly, when it was on our calendar, it was only on our calendar to renew the previously granted relief. It was not noted on our calendar as a request to alter, amend, change the prior conditions. When Wayne Edwards presented it, he did make somewhat of an argument about, in explaining that he bought it knowing he didn't have a CO, et cetera. He did seem to argue or ask that the board change the condition or eliminate the owner occupied condition. But when the board made its grant in 2010, the grant was simply a grant of the requested relief on our calendar, which was the renewal. There's no evidence to suggest the board, in fact, granted a removal of that condition. So as best can be told from the documents, the condition, while asked about, wasn't on the calendar for that, and what was granted was what was on the calendar, with no reference in the grant that the condition was to be removed or any condition was to be amended. So I think that if he wants that condition removed, he's going to have to go through the regular process, because I'm not convinced. I'm pretty confident that it wasn't removed back then.
My point is he had an attorney, or he should have an attorney when he bought the property, and any attorney would tell him not to buy it without a CO. And so buyer beware, it's not our responsibility.
And the attorney accepted the decision that the board rendered, and he never took an appeal.
So I will make a motion. Well, so I guess from that, I have to say there's one more step. Isn't the other step that we're also right now faced with just a renewal of the grant? So there's no request here again. So I would move that we grant case 614 of 2025. Property is at 2325 Central Avenue, as the chairman suggested, in Belmore, that we grant the relief requested today, which is to renew the prior grant. But I don't know if council feels that we should put a note indicating that this is a grant to renew the conditions which include an owner occupied, or I think leave that to council for the same 5-year period.
I think it's kind of redundant.
Okay.
I wouldn't highlight the fact that it's got to be owner occupied. I mean, you're going to grant him what he requested, period, end of conversation.
Leave it to you.
That's it.
Temporary same condition.
All in favor? Any opposed? Next case, 512 of 87. That's interesting. This is the 11 o'clock reopening. Florence Serino, Richard and Deborah Jacobson, mother-daughter resident, second kitchen, being reopened to consider renewal of a grant that expired 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Any discussion? If not, do I have a motion?
No, I mean today.
Today they came in.
Joe?
It's a mother-daughter.
It's a mother-daughter.
They messed up. I move that the board grant case number 512 of 2087.
No, 1987.
Oh, yes.
2087 has a
Not
ways
here
to
yet.
go. Neither you nor I will be here,
I
Joe.
guarantee you that one. It's located at 1390 Dewey Avenue, and I don't want to be here then, in North Belmore, that it be granted with the same previously imposed conditions, and that if necessary, a new covenant be filed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
What do you think, the old one expired? Joe?
I don't know. It's been executed by different owners at least.
Okay.
And technically, it's not transferable.
Okay. Cases 1058 through 1060 of 2018. This is a blast from the past. Near Island Park, No Dent Properties, Inc., DBA South Shore Collision. He's being issued a notice to appear, and that case is on for February 4th, 2026. And if he doesn't show up, all right. Case 639 of 2025, Levittown. Panrad Automotive Industries, Inc., George Sargis, special exception to maintain existing tattoo parlor. Kinetic Body Art Gallery. I like that name. We need a secret determination, but we're not voting on it because it's been adjourned to February 4th at 2 p.m. Next two cases, 640 and 641 of 2025, Uniondale, Cardinale, and LaGuardia. Not the mayor. Those cases have been adjourned to February 25th at 2 p.m. So, case 642 of 2025, Roosevelt, Vinraz LLC, DBA Bliss Event Space, special exception to use part of the premises for public assembly and amusement, maintain the event space, waive off-street parking, property address is 375 Nassau Road. We need a secret determination.
Thank you.
Somebody want to make that?
Yes, so on that case, I must admit, I'm very impressed with what these folks are doing for their community. I think that there's a significant need, and that case was made by council. I also know that council went to great lengths to establish a significant amount of parking available in the area, and that the fire marshal had that it's approved for at least 100 by way of the fire marshal, and quite possibly more. They've offered to close everything by 9 o'clock, and I would just if others don't feel. If others believe that in this too, I think it makes sense to allow them to have up to 100 till 9 o'clock every day of the week, because of the positive impact they will have on the community and the need for this in their community.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
I need CEQA.
Oh, CEQA.
I move 6/24/2025. I move based on the testimony of the materials in the file, and that we adopt a negative declaration as to the secret determination.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
And then I renew my.
Make a long-winded motion.
I move that. I move to grant the substantive case based on the reasons I stated before, unless you'd like me to reiterate them.
No, please. Yes.
That's my motion.
Second. All in favor? Any opposed? Next case, 643 of 2025 near Westbury. Long Island Board Game Cafe LLC, special exception to use part of the premises for a place of public assembly and amusement and portion of an existing building. Long Island Board Game Cafe LLC. That property is located at 1504 Old Country Road, and we do need a secret determination on that case as well. Would someone like to do that?
Yes, with respect to case 643 of 2025, location of property is 1500 through 1504 Old Country Road near Westbury. I move that we adopt a negative declaration as to the CEQA determination based on the testimony given, exhibits in the file, and other materials we reviewed and analyzed.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And now for a motion.
Okay, again, with respect to case 643 of 2025, location of property 1500 through 1504 Old Country Road near Westbury, I move that the case be granted.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Cases 644 and 645, 2025 Seaford, Lynn Cal Realty Corp., DBA Bayview Tavern. Variance in off-street parking, insufficient backup space, and special exception to park in the front yard setback on Bayview Street. Maintain expansion to existing bar restaurant, rehearing of case 446 of 2021. Variance rear yard, maintain a walk-in box attached to the restaurant. That's a rehearing of case 447 of 21. Property address is 3595 through 3597 Bayview Street in Seaford. We need a secret determination on that one. Hello? Who wants to make the sequel?
We did that one.
We need a secret determination.
Information,
Yes.
go backwards. On the Long Island Board Game Cafe, is that a restaurant or is it just the board games or, and kind of bar
I
food?
think he said he had microwave food.
Yeah.
There's no open flames.
No
there's
cooking.
no,
They have some
Right.
microwave
all that,
food.
yeah.
And the tavern
License, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
beer, wine, and cider.
And should that be temporary?
I don't know how you can temporary a business. Can they get mortgages?
How can you do that?
I don't know, okay.
I don't think you can.
Just a point of clarification.
Okay.
Moving right along.
644 and 45.
Sure.
Bayview.
Case number 644, 645, or 25, I move that we adopt a negative declaration as to the secret determination based on testimony given, exhibits in the file, and other materials we have reviewed and analyzed.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
In respect to the motion, 644 of 25, 645 of to 644 of 25 to 645 of 25 Seaford, Lincal Realty, doing business as Bayview Tavern, address 3595-3597 Bayview Street, be granted as requested.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Case 646 of 2025, Oceanside, 3000 Lawson LLC. This is a special exception for floor area ratio, proposed reconstruction of a warehouse, and remove a portion of the existing building. Variance in off-street parking and special exception to park in the front yard setbacks on Lawson Boulevard. Property address is 3000 Lawson Boulevard. We need a secret determination.
I believe we were waiting for an amended plot plan that correctly showed the curb cuts and whatnot.
So we're going to hold it. And you're going to restrict the offices to offices ancillary to a warehouse, correct?
And we have the space as well. It's
Yeah.
2,116, so.
For the office space.
Yep.
Limited to.
And then my favorite case of the day, case 602 of 2025, Topo Gigio Realty LLC. Install one detached double-faced illuminated pylon sign setback 6 feet 4 inches from Merrick Road. Remove the existing sign. Any comments? Brings me back to my days as a youth. Topo Gigio.
As a youth?
Youth.
A youth?
A youth.
I will make a motion. Oh, you want to make that, Kim?
No, I think.
Okay, go ahead. No.
Be my guest. Somebody better make the motion.
Okay, 60225 Baldwin, Topo Gigio Realty. Install one detached, double-faced illuminated pylon sign setback 6 feet 4 inches from Merrick Road. Granted 5-year with conditions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Let's go to the videotape, the reserve calendar. Anything on page 1? Okay. Somebody want to make that motion?
Which one are we? No, go ahead. I don't even know where we are. Like.
Sarada.
Well, let's start from the top.
Okay.
So 386 of 25. After the last hearing, I sent out an email stating that, you're failed, because we have been waiting for them to amend their site plan and whatnot. They have not gotten back to me. It just so happened that the expediter stopped into the office today and told one of the women in the office that, oh no, I emailed them back, we're gonna be taking down that retaining wall. So my suggestion would be, I will reach out again, but it appears as though that wall is to be removed that was not on the plot plan.
Okay.
So that's
So we'll hold it.
not bad.
Yep.
Okay.
Case 1314 of 2025, West Hempstead, Mr. Aaron Zelig. Variances, height, lot area occupied exceeds number of stories, side yard aggregate, construct a 3-story dwelling, demolish the existing dwelling and detached garage. How many people went to inspect? I did. Number of others. Anybody want to make a motion on that case?
I'll make a motion on case 1314 to 25, West Hempstead, Aaron Zelig, variances, height, lot occupied exceeds number of stories, side yard aggregate, construct 3-story dwelling, demolish existing dwelling and detached garage, be granted as requested.
With conditions, new home?
With conditions of new home.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay, and I know, Mr. Pellegrini, you were absent for that last one, so you will not be.
Not voting or participating.
Correct.
NVOP, NVOP.
I did this
Okay,
one.
next one?
And that's a FEMA 3.
Yes, because it didn't get hit for.
Yeah. I went and looked at twice cases 544 and 545 of 2025. The property, let me get the address of the one, 67 Mineola Avenue in Point Lookout. It's defined as a 3-story, but it's really a FEMA 3. It's a 2-story house with a lot. And I think it's a good case. The variances, sorry, I couldn't figure out the word. The variances requested are actually relatively de minimis compared to what we usually see in Point Lookout in terms of setbacks, et cetera. So I would move that we grant those, first of all, that we adopt a negative declaration as to the CEQA determination for both of them.
Second. All in favor?
Aye. And that we grant the cases with the usual new home conditions as to one of them, usual subdivision conditions.
And the FEMA 3.
The FEMA 3 language, and owner occupied requirement on, I guess, both of the homes.
Okay.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay.
Nothing on
not look at this one.
559?
I got nothing on 559.
I didn't look at that. Am I supposed to look at that too?
I'd have to go back and look at it again because I haven't looked at it in God knows how long.
No, I think I haven't gotten any.
Anything on page 2?
I must have done.
The only update that I have is with respect to the last one on page 2, East Meadow Cafe Holdings, that's the Starbucks. The attorney did reach out to us.
Yes.
With respect to a prohibition to the time of deliveries and garbage pickup. And they agreed that no deliveries or trash pickup would occur between 12 midnight and 4 a.m.
That's too.
They did go on to say that deliveries will occur approximately 130 feet away from the closest residential neighbor to the site. As for trash pickups, that will occur about 60 feet away. Additionally, there will be a double row of tall plantings in a 15-foot wide buffer running along the entire easterly property, as well as a 6-foot tall solid vinyl fence.
That trash pickup at 4 a.m., it's going to be so loud.
But anyway, so apparently the client asked the attorney to advise the board that at the hearing, an adjacent neighbor approached him in the outer hallway and asked if he would be willing to do an 8-foot fence along the easterly property line. Again, that was not on the plans.
We could require that.
We could, but that was not on the plans. The client agreed to that. And so the client is willing to provide an 8-foot solid fence along the easterly property line if the board wishes to make that as a condition of the approval.
Comments?
I'm not sure about. I just feel like they shouldn't take the trash until 6 a.m. just because it's so loud.
I agree.
Well, if we put the condition, at least we did our part.
I totally agree with you, Katara.
Can we, what do you think, Christina?
That'd be a joy.
I just think we should say at least 6. I think even that, because it's so loud,
I get my own trash pickup at 6:15 every morning when I get pickups.
And you're not a business that has glass bottles slamming in. That's the thing.
Drink a lot of wine.
Well, I mean.
Can we go back to him and ask him to make it 6?
We can let him know that the board.
The board would favor 6 a.m.
So once prohibition from 12
to 6.
I mean, even 12 is late. Yeah, that's what it should be.
Let's make a motion. I'll second it.
Oh, I'm voting against it.
Make your motion.
So why don't we just reach out to the attorney?
Give him an opportunity to be
10 to
nice.
6 is just an 8-hour period as it is.
Yeah.
To
So
sleep.
10 p.m. to 6 a.m. I will reach out and we'll reach out.
Okay,
Let him
thank
know.
you so much, Christina.
Wait, is this Mineola?
Anything on page 3?
I don't know.
69.
Okay,
I
so
know I did
on
that
519, I think it makes sense to, hold on to that one for a little bit. Apparently, the New York State law is going to be changing where shaded X zones now need to comply with FEMA, and that starts January 1st.
Oh, yeah.
We'll hold it.
And by the way, I'm still waiting for the amended plan, so I can't even do a decision because I don't know the heights, but I did send out a draft, but we're still waiting on stuff.
Yep. 511, not everybody has had the opportunity to go out there yet, so we're going to hold that case. And what do we have for admin? Topo Gigio.
I know I did that.
Force feeding prune juice to a monkey. Hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.
Oh, I remember 135.
You do?
Yeah, this is the one. I gotta look at the testimony.
Point of, can I, Mr. Regano?
You can do whatever you like, Mr. Pellegrini, within reason. Within reason.
Now you're restricting me. That's,
Okay, as long as it pertains to the issues at hand.
It does.
Good.
On December 3rd, 2025, we heard case number 616. It was for a mother-daughter. And we said that there's second-story deck. They showed their plans that they wanted a regular swing door. And
No, the plan showed a sliding.
the plan showed a sliding door.
I'm sorry, no, you're right. You're right. They showed a regular swing door. I'm backwards.
That's okay. Thank you very much. So the plans show that they wanted a swing-type door, hinged, and we granted them a condition that they have to replace that swing door with a sliding door. I personally, the people contacted the office and said, why? I don't think there was a real good reason personally. And I would think that we should allow them to have it the way that they propose it, as a swing door and not sliders. So the decision was held.
But the reason that was suggested is because you can't.
that we amend that decision, which was adopted on December 3rd. The decision did not go out yet, that it includes a swing door and disregards the
So eliminate that condition.
sliding door.
So it's granted, subject to verification.
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. That was hard, Pat. You confused me. I'm kidding.
He's always
I got a fist bump too.
We can go back. I just found my notes from, do I need Christina here? Should I wait? From, reserve calendar case 571 of 2025. I inspected that one also twice. I knew I had, but I just located my notes and my photographs. The requested variances, like the other Point Lookout case, are fairly minimal, given the character of Point Lookout. There was some testimony by the neighbor that the neighbor didn't really like the very small staircase in the rear and the other one in the front, but it so happens the neighbor has one very similar. It doesn't go quite as high, but I found that to be very consistent with the character of the Point Lookout neighborhood, and the variances to be relatively de minimis. So I would move that we approve as requested, 571 of 2025.
Second. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
I don't want to do this one yet.
We have a hearing.
Yes.
This pertains to case 627 of 20. They had a hearing regarding their rear deck. They were in the process of trying to sell the house and was just informed that the permit is outstanding. The permits are, Michael Gregory from Permits R Us didn't follow through. No, so this dates back to 2019, 2020. Mr. Gregory never specified specifics on the application, and therefore the permit was never closed out. So they didn't know anything about the expirations. They thought it was all taken care of. So it was for a rear deck. It was granted as requested. It was to maintain a bi-level wood deck attached to the dwelling.
Why do we have to, is there not a more simplified way? Is it necessary to get a rehearing on a case like that? I mean, do they? I'm okay with it. I'd grant the rehearing, the poor slob. I mean, they didn't know any better, but that's Mike Gregory. Thank God he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
For other reasons.
I move that we grant a rehearing on
627 of 20.
627 of 2020.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Gotta be unanimous.
Everybody said.
We also have a few extensions of time.
Thank you so much. We have extensions of time. It was a case that was granted on July 16th, 2025. They need time to secure a building permit. It's a maintained case. Should we grant them a
front yard setback, et cetera. Grant them a 9-month extension of time. It's 10 months?
I don't know what we do about that.
10. I always thought it was. I would move that we grant a 10-month extension. 13/15 of 2025 was granted August 20th, 2025. It's Beechwood 737 Merrick LLC. It's to construct. They have to get their permit. There's a lot of work involved. I move that we grant them a 1-year extension of time. Seconded by Mr. Regat, no.
Anyone second the extensions? Yeah. Great, perfect,
Yeah, Kimberly. Aye.
Trigger any additional parking requirement, but it
Really?
is a different use.
But did the other parking need a variance? Even though it was, did the lab
No.
need a variance?
Yes. Just for employees.
Right, because you're gonna have customers coming in and out.
I think we
Yes.
should hear it.
What are they asking for? I'm sorry, Katora.
The use doesn't
A
trigger.
change?
Right, it's a change of use. The use doesn't trigger the variance, correct?
Right, because they already had it, but we did that analysis on a,
Correct, correct. It's a different analysis, but my understanding is the same parking requirement and the use itself does not
No.
trigger the parking variance.
I get that. I think it should go back in a
I
new
feel
case
like we
file.
should hear it. I mean, we may ultimately go, why did we bother hearing this?
No, I don't think we'll do that.
Either way.
It's all right.
Let's take
Well, then again, we could deny it, or we could grant it, or hold it up for 10 months.
I get both sides.
Big time.
I get both sides.
Well, and I think the neighbors should know about it.
Yes. It's like, who are the people in your neighborhood?
So are we done now?
We are.
You have anything else?
All right, I move that we adjourn till 7
Wait
PM.
till we find out.
I think we should adjourn it to 2026. Oh, can you believe it?
I feel like we just got the year 25. I mean, like,
No, I
literally.
think we just got the year 2000.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I literally feel like,
Yeah, I think so.
I literally feel like it was
Yeah.
3,
You thought the world
I
was
feel
gonna
like it
come
was
to
2
an end.
months ago. That
I move that we close the hearing.
literally lasted saying 20.
Second.